Happy Thursday, folks. All right, so today I'm going to talk to you about my goal is to get you guys to 100% permanent and total as quickly and compliantly as humanly possible. So if you haven't heard, I know there's 4 types technically of 100%, but since one of them is like temporary during just, due to surgeries and stuff like that, that's very, very, I'm not going to call it rare, but that's not a goal of mine with my clients. So you've heard me do discussions on 3 types of 100%. It's called unemployable. I don't do that. Actually, I help people get off of unemployable because you guys qualify for 100% PNT without unemployability. Because, by the way, I was just watching a doctor, his briefing on that, and it was really, really good as far as just giving you guys clarity. But of course, again, everybody's got their own way of briefing and so on. So it was good stuff. But I'm Albert, and I do things my way. So anyhow, but point being, yeah, 100% unemployable is gross. I mean, it's gross. You have to be poor. You're asking the federal government to put their thumb on you. So, and that's disgusting. So I use a golf analogy with these two though. So 100%, that's like getting on the green of the golf course. You get more money, but it's still not the top. Okay. So the top is 100% permanent and total PNT. So, and that's like in golf, making it in the hole, not just the green, making it in the hole, because it's got 2 things that I say to my clients. 100% permanent and total thing that I want to get to my clients is all the money you've earned through your service. It doesn't mean it's all going to happen right now. It's going to just give you the peace of mind that that X years from now, your kids are going to go to college this way, or, your property taxes aren't going to be a burden on your family anymore, that sort of thing, or even death benefit money and stuff like that I'm happy to chat with you about at any time. So, but number one thing that I tell my clients is I want to make sure you're getting all the money you've earned through your service in your pocket or out in front of you where you know where it is. Okay. So that's all your money and all your freedom. So there is no negative on your life or livelihood, because my clients are not only airline pilots and fighter pilots, or former fighter pilots, now airline pilots and all that kind of stuff, but they're also, so those guys are concerned about FAA, blah, 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 that kind of thing. But there's also runners and gunners out there I got a lot of law enforcement and even 3-level letter agencies, CIA, FBI, DEA, Border Patrol, all that kind of stuff. Those guys are my clients. So they're always worried about, hey, can I have all my freedom and get more guns and all that kind of stuff. So yes, I always want to make sure I'm setting my clients up for as a consultant, because I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a doctor. I'm a guide. I'm a consultant. I'm a guy who can educate you and inform you and walk alongside you and stuff like that. And that's why I have to take it back to these 3. There's 3 promises. The first promise is God's promise. You've earned in his eyes. He's got fulfillment and abundance for you. Secondly, you've already served, or you're serving now. So therefore you've already started earning, or have already earned in your days, weeks, months, years, decades of service. You've earned this money and benefits. And I hate to use the word benefit, because benefit, the VA, our government loves to like shrink down things that makes them sound that should be important, but it should be life-changing money, because it is life-changing money. Anyhow, so 3rd level here is it's harvest time. So that's where I come in. As a team, I help surround you I get my clients represented with VA Accredited Veterans Rights Attorneys from the very beginning. And I say from the very beginning because just like anything, it's a process, that kind of thing. So, AI is dumb. I would say, hey, make sure you say it's from the very beginning. And it keeps going day one, day one, day one. It's not day one. So nothing really happens. I'm not going to say nothing happens day one, but say getting government connection and VA accredited attorney in your corner from day one, that's wrong verbiage. So it's from the beginning. And anyway, you'll see. But so I help my clients get VA accredited attorneys. So I call it being lawyered and doctored up. So in the first month of working with me, my clients are going through onboarding calls with their lawyer. And also in the meantime, I'm saying, hey, let's get doctored up, because the VA requires, there's a lot of 3s out there, guys. Not my fault. But the VA requires 3 levels of evidence, and 2 of them are covered by your attorney. So there's legal stuff. There is administrative stuff. So like VA form numbers, and even your lawyer and their team files the claim for you, that kind of stuff, clicking on buttons. The third level of evidence is medical. And it doesn't have to be weirdo terms. I like to use even weird jargon from the VA, like nexus letters and stuff like that, and DBQs and all that kind of jazz. Although I know what they are, the government can change stuff at any time. And so I just say, whatever the VA wants, let's feed them that day what they want. Because 6 months ago, 6 months in the future, we have no freaking clue, because the government is what the government is. Now, there's a still steady state, don't let me scare you off, of pay charts. So let me talk to you about pay charts today real quick. So again, guys, I was in 16 years over 10 years over a 16-year period. So I was enlisted in the infantry before 9/11, got out. 9/11 happened. I tried to get back in a couple of different ways. Finally got picked up to be an officer. So went to college and down in Corpus Christi, Texas, and got picked up for medevac. So I was a medevac pilot. Did my long tour over in Afghanistan, 09 and 10. Anyhow, what do I mean by 16-year period? So what did I do during the 16 years that I was around military? Pay charts. We all did this. We all do this. We all know pay charts. They are created and even distributed out online. Before it was online, they were distributed somehow, so you could look at a pay chart and go, okay, honey, we're about to move to Italy for an infantry unit out there, airborne unit out there. We're currently in Georgia, and we are a family of 4. I'm an E5. We've been married 5 years, whatever it is, the weird math. And you just go and you go, hey, babe, here's what we're going to get. And by the way, COLA over there is this. And I'm going to be at jump status this. So anyway, things like that, right? So we all know those things. But I love that I was listening to a pastor today that was talking about lifting people up. But at first, before you lift them up, you got to somewhat make them identify that they're a sinner, right? So I'm a sinner, trust me. And I know that more than anybody else does. However, in order to know you need a savior, you have to realize that you're a sinner first. So before you know the problem that you've got, that you need a solution, you need to identify the problem, you need to be aware of it. So we know this. When you go to basic, you go in as an E2, E1, whatever it is. I went as an E2 during that time frame. And again, pay charts and just left to right move. What money am I going to get where? And you're surrounded by buddies who are doing the same thing. Hey, we're not 18 anymore. We're 19. We're 20. We're getting married. We're having kids, stuff like that. I lived in Germany, so again, there's like cost of living changes and stuff like that. And we just grow. That's what we do, is we grow. And that's why with my clients, that's what I do with you guys too. That's why my clients start with me and they'll stay with me for years. I've been doing this almost 10 years. God has helped me. God's I'm a skin suit here for God. So God has helped deliver, give me the ability to help deliver over $10 billion to the deadliest humans on Earth. So Delta, Marslock, 160th fighter pilots, you name it, they're out there. And please don't let that scare you off either. Joe, yes, I love Joe. So anyhow, but my point in saying all this is I want you guys to slow down and go, all right, pay charts. I need to know more about pay charts. So we all knew about pay charts. But then when I got out, I thought I was going to get somewhere. Thankfully, I had a mentor at the time who was a civilian. He had retired from the Army, and he was a civilian. And he was a nice enough guy to give me as much input and help as he could from his experience, his limited experience. And I thought that I was going to get out with maybe anything from 30 to 70%. I was going to be fine with that. Pretty healthy guy my entire life, so I thought, like most of us think. And but I got 90% right out of the get-go, and I had a pretty good, I call it, body part list. And I'm happy to screen share with people and show you guys on other recordings and things like this, my body part chart. But I was like most people at that time. I call it baseball stuff. Like I was on base for 10% for this and 10% for that, or maybe a 20% or in there, something like that. And it was a lot of body parts, pretty good body part list, but lowballed. And I knew I deserved more, or I'd earn more, however you want to use those words. But anyhow, but yeah, for 5 years, here it is, a smart guy, trust me, for 5 years, Smart guy didn't look at the daggum pay chart at all, at all. And shame on me, because that 5 years, that if you don't know, going from 90% to 100 is the largest jump, and a lot more money for even 100% permanent total, guys, is not the goal. Everybody out there who will tell you this, that when you get 100% permanent total, that's when like all this magic waterfalls of money start coming in, like complete property tax removal. And it's really helpful for not just the right now money, but the mid-range money and long-range death benefit money. So when you're 100% permanent total, there's that's when you receive the like Chapter 35 stuff and the VA and other entities. They'll change title or change words and things like this, the actual titles, but the chapter title and the numbers always seem to stay the same. So Chapter 35. And so when I was, I got elevated from 90 to 100% permanent total almost 10 years ago. And so I've had this legit peace of mind knowing that every month Uncle Sugar is going to pay me my money, and that I was going to pay less on property taxes. Here in Indiana, we don't have a complete removal like almost 20 states do that I know of. But, and I started helping you guys. But like I'm saying, there's things that you guys don't know about. Pay charts is one of them, and 100% permanent total. So my goal is to get my clients to 100% permanent total as quickly and compliantly as humanly possible. And yes, again, from the beginning, my clients have VA Accredited Veterans Rights Attorneys in your corner from the very beginning. It's a process in and of itself. It takes about a month to get that even started, because the VA is the one who has the 30-day delay. It's not the attorney's fault. It's not my fault. It's not your fault. The VA bakes in its own delays. Now, don't think that just by having an attorney, you have everything. Don't think that just by having me, you have everything. Don't think that just because you've got good evidence from a doctor or a helpful doctor or nexus letters or whatever you want to call these things, that's not it. You have to come together and have the right thing. So what I do, how I'm different and better is I talk to my clients about what you need. Keyword need, not have, need. So what you need is evidence, legal evidence, medical evidence, fresh medical evidence, by the way, proving and verifying, validating, making sure everything's accurate, that you qualify for 50% or severe sinuses. VA calls it 50%. 50% for headaches, things like that. Your doctor will call it severe, because again, a lot of that stuff rolls in threes, guys. Sorry, mild, moderate, and severe. All right, so you guys qualify for, whether you served months, years, or decades, you qualify for severe ratings with the VA, and that means money. Claim means money, and I help guide my clients and you guys to enlighten you and do a slow walk around. And I don't have any of them out right now. They're over here in this drawer, but slow walk around of like, hey, let's talk about your nose real quick. Let's talk about your headache real quick. And that's what evidence has to be provided. That's where you go from need to have, when you finally have the evidence that you needed. Okay. Need, then have. All right. I'm the only person out there talking about need. And I'm the only person talking about Jesus first. And this is, again, I love how coin toss Proverbs is and wisdom is. And Proverbs, or Jesus says wisdom is knowledge plus action. So now you guys know stuff. Now you got to do something about it. So I've been here almost 10 years and you guys don't know who I am, because there's all these evil algorithms working 24/7 to tear me down and stuff like that. So, but that's why I can, Jesus gives us the authority to do things, two things. One, call out BS when we see it, bullshit when we see it, and tell the truth. So I will call BS when I see it, and I'll tell the truth. And today was about, hey, you guys qualify for 100% permanent total. And that's what I'll help you guys get to as quickly and compliantly as humanly possible, with VA accredited attorneys in your corner from the beginning. It's awesome. You'll see. It's like having your own secret service team. So now it's on you guys. Fling seeds. Get on my calendar. Call action. Get on my calendar. Get on my calendar. You guys know where my calendar is. It's on my website. Get on my calendar. Let's talk one-on-one. It's a 10-minute onboarding call, but I usually take about half an hour to brief you, get to know you a little better, and we'll get you going. Get on my calendar right now. Tell all your buddies about this stuff. I'm telling you. And everywhere you go, by the way, my clients will tell you that me and the attorneys tell you, keep shopping around. There's always going to be more good people that we need to see their fruit. There's also more bad people that we need to see their fruit too. And we just have to let that harvest work itself out, or let that season work itself out. But both me and my clients have received a lot more smile. We've had a lot more smiles, a lot more money in the past year because we've had the right attorneys in our corner from the beginning, and it's been a blessing. It's bittersweet, but of course it's no blessing. How they say that, without a test, there's no testimony. So, but yeah, keep shopping around, guys, out there. But here's what we're going to hear me say is what do others out there say about then what? Even if you're with a great attorney, well, then what? What else can they do? Because I know attorneys who have promised big time, and then they call me back 3 days later. Oh my God, Albert, I can't do that. So, and it's all righteous stuff. They just can't do it. They chose to not do it. But yep, you'll see. But yeah, keep shopping around, guys. Keep shopping around. But in the meantime, get on my calendar. Let's get you squared away. 100% permanent total is what you qualify for. God bless everybody. I'll talk to you soon. Appreciate you.